So yeah, I'm live making TikToks. Let's go. I'm just gonna put my back for the time being. Actually, no, I need it. No, I don't. Okay. This is annoying. Hypnotized. Hashtag hypnotized. Hashtag waffles. Hashtag. Okay. Ding ding. So yeah, uh, we just use the phone. Yeah, I'm recently watching Dead Boy Detective. If anyone's watching that, it's really good. Really, really good. I thought it was just gonna be like some just stereotypical drama, but not drama, detective, where it's like, ah, yes, it's ghost. But no, it's just really interesting with like ghost mysteries. I know it's like I've just said, like with ghost, but it's like I like the idea that there's rules and there's like tragedies in these, which is interesting. There's like rules about like how ghost logic works and how all of this works and sets up a bunch of things, which is really interesting. So yeah. So yeah. I guess that means I know instant over. So this is nearly done, which is good. It's my Cuphead video, which I've just uploaded, which means I've got like 3 weeks ahead, and I'm like, ooh, which is annoying because I'm like, I'm stuck on this level, and no one's currently watching any of it because the current one with Cuphead is, if I'm correct, yeah, even the earliest one because the last one is My Worst Enemy's Flowers, which I don't think. Oh no, that's Edit. My Worst Enemy's Flowers. Edit. The last Cuphead one. Yeah, Cuphead was Down with the Bird, which is dark, but you know, beat the bird. Perfect Trial. No, Perfect Trial fail edit. The next one, which is going to come out soon, is Go to the Sky Complete. Also, I don't know why I put complete. I haven't done it. But we haven't started going to the sky with the bird. So I don't have any of help with that. Also, I don't know why I closed. Same thing with zombies. Which my next plan would be if I ever go on holiday and come back, I'm not going to do the thing that I did, which was I'll just take more days off and just not do anything for a bit because I should do that. I should be like, I should stop and just take a couple of days off and then just calm down and then I could do a couple more edits, a couple of this, and then I could just not do stuff. I should realize that's not a bad thing. So like if I ever go on holiday, because I know I'm going to go on holiday for a bit, which could influence this. I could be like, Joe, that's one weekend. I could just use my backups, just get 1 week out, and then just consider being 2 weeks out until I'm back to 0. I could also do the same thing with if I go to Fight Nights, which is on the 16th. If I go through, I know I probably shouldn't be saying it, but if I go through speaking of which, you guys know about jazz. '19. I also don't know the right time. And the reason why, in a way, I'm not just not recording is because then I get like 3 weeks of doing nothing, and then I get out of the habit of not doing it. So I'm not going to do stop for like 3 weeks. So for the time being, until that way. Oh, that looks fun. See that? Oh, that one. Oh, that one. I'm currently changing. Also, I don't know why I don't do this. I know. All I'm doing. Wait for this stuff to have background. Don't shouldn't show that. Roll that. Let's look at this together. Then okay. Why do I not put a space? I'm an idiot. And then I'm gonna look at my analytics, see if there's anything good out of it. I just mean just okay. One. We go 59. One, two. Okay, so this is. This is Joe second. So. So yeah, this is second. Okay, then yep, mathematics will go. Let's look like some analytics because why not? Why not analytics? Why I'm just waiting for me to chat. Anyway, 27.9, 13.6. I'm not trying to just like look at my flag because it, I just feel like I'm just should look at it and while I'm live. Why not I just make it public? Why not? I don't mind. Oh, should nearly be done. Okay, so time to go back. On this day, on this day. Hashtag on this day, hashtag double, hashtag what? hypnotizing. Okay. Ein bisschen komm. Hop, hop, hop. Double days. And you, what? You,
Where all of the little tic tacs are lined up perfectly, like this.
perfect as all things should be. Hashtag perfect. Hashtag should be. Hashtag wow.
Yeah.
Two peso. I have no idea about that. Okay, so I'm gonna say reacting. So yeah, today I will be reviewing this series. I don't count as. So yeah, I found this series because what I'm doing is when I'm watching Crunchyroll and anime, I sometimes watch Netflix, and then because I might want to actually watch some of these series because I originally planned to, but then Crunchyroll just took over everything, so I'm gonna watch them. So this series looked interesting because, you know, circle, magic, and this entire thing just looked awesome. And plus, this name was like, oh, maybe it's like a superhero thing. Yes, I guess it was a superhero thing because it said soup and it had the letter E. Sometimes I am very simple and very dumb. but apparently I was somewhat on right. This is the idea of like there's a sort of thing with people like discovering this latent gene that gives them this insane power and discovering what's going on. Because all I remember is the trailer, which essentially showed, and then the future. So obviously, one person goes into the future, sees all of them, and it's like, oh, you have to find them to prevent this. It is so good and so interesting to see like how they need to find each other and what the powers are and what you can do, and like you can tell their emotions, what they want, what they sort of drive for, and it's really interesting and absolutely cool. So yeah, this is so cool. And also, I was about to put this in the spoiler territory, but because of the things that I have said before, that I don't consider, if it's in the trailer, I don't consider it a spoiler. I'm not gonna go back and be like rerun because I thought it was pretty good the way that I described where I like, but I forgot that they say this in the trailer. So yeah. So it's one of those things where you go to the future and it's like they're trying to prevent a death in the future. But again, why is it in the spoiler territory? It doesn't count as a spoiler because it's in the trailer. So spoiler time. I love how they sort of see the powers. It's how they slowly reveal each one having the powers. And the one moment I love, which is so good, is there's a scene with sort of four of them have powers: an invisible one, super strength, wind like magic, and super speed. And you slowly see each one of them use their abilities. A gun gets fired off, and I think he goes invisible. The person picks up the safe to hold it to like make the bullet bounce off it. The other one uses wind to blow the wind away. And because the other one's so fast and is seeing all of this happen at such like a speed that he can like dodge it easily, you see all of them sort of demonstrating in a not like, oh, who will win? In like a sort of like these abilities are awesome, but you see a sort of like them sort of like at that point knowing sort of a basic understanding of like strong things. I can use this to deflect the bullets. Wind blows that away as like a reaction, and the person realizing the bullet just dodges it, and it's so incredible the way that it sort of like looks at one person, pans to another, pans to another, and pans to another. I thought that was absolutely the genius in like how it goes one, 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 snap, 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 snap. It is so good. The one thing which I feel, and I might be wrong, but I don't know if this is either set in London or New York because it has that like city feel. But again, I don't know if it's set in London or New York. I don't know. It's still interesting either way, so that's not the point. I think London because no, probably I don't know. No, why am I saying that? Across the south of London. So it does place in London, and I'm just an idiot. But yeah, but I like that sort of like interesting look at the characters. And there's not many shows that I think have London, or maybe I'm wrong. If I am, give me an example. So yeah, before I say the conclusion, I did say like, oh, name me a series. I do know Doctor Who, at least the earlier versions, sought place in London. like David Tennant and Chris. I was the first Doctor, sort of like what people say, the Ninth Doctor and David Tennant's Doctor, both have a thing in London. Sarah Jane Smith also takes place in London, and I said I watched both of those. I do know that. And I know the current series does sort of take place in London. Also, feels so weird going back to London when I think Matt Smith wasn't really in London. I don't know if Jodie Whittaker was in London. It seemed like it was out of London, or maybe I'm different. And Chris and the one between Matt Smith and Jodie Whittaker also didn't feel like it was in London. Maybe I don't know. I might be insane. That's besides the point. Or maybe I'm just comparing like the way that they directed Sarah Jane Smith, and it looked a bit different, like a little bit different editing. Because I like that sort of weird editing. It just has a fun nature to it. Anyway, I liked this sort of series. It's really good, and I love it. It's amazing. So I hope you enjoy, and good night. But not for you yet. I keep doing this because it's funny.
So yeah, today I will be reviewing. Seriously, vicious car accident. But yeah, when I woke up.
Okay.
So yeah,
TV series and action drama. Okay. Okay. And that was all. I hope you had a good time. Good night.